I'm Dr. Craig Ellison, and I own the chiropractor at Castlebury in Eagle, Idaho, and I've been in practice for over 35 years. When I was first introduced to ChiroBasics, I had just split up with a business partner, and so I was in a rebuilding phase, and I needed to build my practice fairly quickly. I had just hired an associate, and we needed new patients, and the only way I knew how to do it was old school. I built my practice with spinal screenings and outside talks. Even though those things can work, I know that there's a better way, and I really wanted to learn how to do it virtually and through digital marketing. I had tried a lot of different companies for Facebook ads and Google ads, and none of them seemed to work for me. I didn't get the results that they always promised. And so I knew that I needed to try something different. And when I met ChiroBasics and met Nick, I knew that they did things differently. One thing that I really liked about ChiroBasics is that they didn't want to just throw out an ad with an extremely low priced offer for my services. They wanted to build a brand. They wanted to increase my name recognition so that when people did see me in the community, they would recognize me. And most importantly, they would trust me because they've seen me so much out there in Facebook land and on Instagram and those types of things. And then when they did come across an offer, if I choose to do that or chose to do that, then they would know that they can trust me. It used to be when I would put out a Facebook ad to try to attract new patients, I would get what we'd consider low quality new patients. In other words, they just didn't convert very well. But now it's different. Now that when we get people from our digital marketing, I have a conversion rate just as high as if they were an internal referral. And I know that comes down to that name recognition and branding I was talking about before. And so that's one of the biggest things that I've seen. And in fact, digital marketing is all we do now. And that sure makes my life a lot easier. I think the biggest thing I would want people to know about ChiroBasics is that they're different. Like I said, I've been in practice a long time, and I've hired a lot of digital marketing companies, and they all seem to be cut from the same cloth. But Nick has done something different with ChiroBasics that has worked, incredibly well for us, and I'm extremely grateful for them and their team. And what's great about them is that if I do have questions or concerns, I can go right to them, ask them, and talk to them about it, and they'll listen. And they will make the changes necessary to make sure that we continue to be successful.